Beautiful backdrop.
You talked about the last 4 minutes, the ball kind of sticking in the South Dakota game. How do you go about making sure that doesn't happen? Because we've seen pockets of that throughout the season, right?
Well, it has. You know, we're obviously still young in this season and learning and that kind of thing, but just trying to practice it, just try to emphasize it in films and we'll do that here when we get to New Orleans. We haven't had a chance. Yesterday was day off, mandatory day off. We had good practice this morning, a lot of energy, a lot of effort. A lot of the film will take place on the plane and then in the hotel tonight, and that's stuff that we put together. This is what it looks like when the ball is moving and being shared. This is what it looks like when it's not. You know, so guys get to see that, because sometimes when you just hear it from a coach, it just doesn't sink in as much. But when you can actually see it, the old adage, film doesn't lie, it doesn't lie, they get to see it.
How happy have you been with the amount of playing through Tom Welsh on offense this season?
Well, that's what we got to continue to work on, because just good things happen. But it's got to be intelligent ways of playing through him, to where he's not getting in a hurry or those type of things. But I think the more the ball touches Tom, it presents problems for the defense. And because he can, obviously he can score at 21 feet, but he can hurt you in the post, he can hurt you mid-range. He's a good passing big man. The more that the offense just hits him, doesn't mean he's getting all the shots, doesn't mean all that, but as long as we're playing through him in off-ball screens, in on-ball screens, in post feeds, I think good things happen.
Obviously a lot of playing Kentucky in recent years. Has this been a good series? Has it kind of been a measuring stick game to see where you are, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Kentucky UCLA I think is a great series, and we've had the neutral games and we've had the home and home. So I think those are all positives when you look at schedule. Has that made it tougher this year with our other games? Yeah, but these are games. This is obviously a game that whether it's Kentucky, Ohio State, Carolina, we like being in this challenge. And then I thought it was really good having the home and home with Kentucky as well. So anytime these two programs play each other, I think it's great for college basketball. And I think it's great for both our programs.
You're obviously very different. How different are they versus last year?
That's hard to say. You know, probably a little bit younger. I think that would be starting 5 freshmen and really high-skilled, high-level freshmen. These 5 freshmen are special. So it's that's a tall order. They got incredible length. I think they're longer this year than what they were last year. I think they got 4 or 5, maybe 6 guys with wingspans over 7 feet. So this is a really long, athletic basketball team that we're getting ready to play against. So and they're growing. You know, I hope we're growing. And I think as I've watched film on them, they've really grown. You watch tape of them 3 weeks ago to watching their last game. They've had a lot of growth, and I think that's it is a credit to what they're doing.
I know you're happy with the defense against Michigan and Cincinnati. Were you happy with it against South Dakota? We didn't talk about
Yeah, after watching the film, I didn't like our energy in the first half. I thought our energy was much better in the second half than what it was the first half. But defensively, I do think we've shown growth. Again, if you take the last 4 minutes out, they scored 24 points in 4 minutes. The other 36, they scored 52, I think. So 56, something like that. So we did a really good job defensively up until the last 4 minutes of the game. But a lot of that had to do with our hurried up offense. We were really poor offensively in the last 4 minutes, where our turnovers were, where our quick shots were. And that always leads. When you quick shoot bad shots where you turn the ball over, that's going to have an impact on your defense. And I thought up until that point, we really did a good job. But I think that's where we're seeing most of our growth. I do think in the second half, our offense grew some with how we were sharing the ball and moving the ball, and that's going to be a key moving forward.
You talked about needing a marquee victory before Cincinnati. Is this kind of the same situation here with Kentucky, or the NCAA tournament boosting victory potentially?
Yeah, that's what you're always trying to do in the non-conference. We've been able to win neutral games. We only played 1 road game, obviously, but you try to get wins away from home, and you try to protect home, and we were able to do that at home with the exception of the Cincinnati game. So anytime, and now it's about mounting up some wins as well, because you had the one game that hasn't been rescheduled, and we're still looking into that, but nothing has really happened with that yet. But this is obviously, anytime you can play top 10, top 15 team, that's a big resume game.
Kris Wilkes has scored single-digit points through the last 4 games. How does he get back on track? What have you talked to him about?
Well, he's been practicing harder. He's been cutting harder, and it's about building confidence. I think through the ability to talking more. That's always hard as a freshman, and building your confidence at the defensive end, and then allowing the offense to come. But I thought he was much more. He's starting to get much more aggressive. He's a very good cutter. But he can't just be somebody that's scoring in transition. You got to be able to do it in the half court, and I think that's a learning process. And I think that when the ball moves, he'll get more touches as well. So it's a little bit about the offense having the ball moving, and it's a little bit about him cutting and working hard to get the shots that he's got to take.
Technically and fundamentally with his shot, the first 2 games he was 6 for 9 from 3. Since he's 4 for 27. Is there anything that's changed that you tried to fix with him?
No, I think what happens is there's more and more tapes that get out, and we tell freshmen that you don't have that in high school, you don't have that in AAU, but you play 10 games, there's 10 tapes out now, so coaches do their homework. That's where all the answers are, is in film. And people always say, well, how do you scout? How do you prepare your team? How do you get your team ready? By watching tape. That's where the answers are, and you got to find those answers in film. And so coaches all across the country do that, and the more tapes you get, you have a much larger scale of things to look at. And so that's happening whether it's Kris or anybody else. You're getting scouted. The scouting of you individually and collectively as a team is much more in depth now. So if there's any kind of weakness, that gets thrown out there. But his weakness is not fundamentally how he shoots the basketball. It's quality of shot, it's timing of shot, and then it's shooting's a lot of mental too. It's being able to, we talk about etch-a-sketch, the old etch-a-sketch deal. You don't like it, you got to shake it and go clear, and you got to move on to the next shot, move on to the next play. You can't harbor, oh, I'm not making shots, because then it just continues to snowball from there. You've got to be able to get on to the next shot, the next play.
Quite a few minutes ago, you brought Jalen off the bench. You like how that's worked with kind of keeping him in there? I know they play some together, but maybe more one guy's kind of the ball handler on the court at once.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not sure question really. I mean, they're both going to handle the ball in our offense, and they will play a lot together, and they'll play some, to where one of them will be on the bench. Right. So we're really rotating those, what is it, 5 guards, so the minutes are, I think, for this time of year, the minutes are pretty close to where I think they should be with the guards.
You got Tom, and looked like you got Tom and Aaron some more rest in that last game. Were you happy with that rotation?
Yeah, because I thought Chris Smith was really good, and again, that's another freshman that if he'll keep things simple and just keep working through maybe the anxieties of a freshman playing in games, we're seeing some growth there, and that helps because one, I think it gets him minutes that we want to get him, but it's also able to get some guys. He can go inside out, so we're able to do some things there. And I like what Ike's doing. Ike's been practicing really hard and doing a lot of good things, and he's a big body, so I'm not hesitant at all about putting him in. It was a hard game the other night because South Dakota really plays 5 guards, but to be able to play, whether it's a Kentucky or some of the league teams we got coming up, I have no hesitation of putting Ike in there to give Tom some breather as well.
All right, thank you, Coach.